think after the 3-0 win over Niagara?
First of all, we were really excited to get the season started. I felt like we were preparing forever. This year we started a little bit earlier than usual, and we had a lot of new players. We had 10 new players, so it was really exciting to watch how they would all mesh and how they would perform. So that was really cool. It took us a little bit to create a rhythm, which is normal at this point. But after the start, I felt like the team got into a pretty good rhythm and performed pretty well, even with some of the changes we had to make with Tia coming out, our setter. I thought Veronica did a good job stepping in and running our offense. And then with Sky coming in, I thought she did a good job, especially on the service seat and creating some stability for us. So overall, I thought it was really good. I thought the team showed some fight, especially in that last set. So it was overall, it was very positive.
All right, we'll open it up for questions.
Hey, Coach, so you talked about putting Skylar in late. It really helped out a lot. Was there any strategy behind that? Saving fresh arms for late in the game in the second set, or was that just sort of part of the game plan?
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought our outsides today were Marie and Gabby. Obviously, they're sitting right here. But I thought both did a really good job throughout our training camp preseason and looked really good this week, especially. And we felt really confident that they're going to perform well. And Marie did a really good job. She was just, there were 2-3 points there where Niagara started out, put a little pressure on her, and we felt like, hey, if we change that, maybe we can create a different look for them, especially on service seat, but also maybe change the rhythm a little bit. So it was not so much what Marie maybe was not doing, but more that we wanted to make a little switch there and put Sky in. And obviously Sky did a very good job for us. She came in and did exactly what she was supposed to do. It shows that we have some depth in the outside position this season.
Yeah, Coach, and with so many new faces in the building, obviously there can be some growing pains, but what do you think allowed the team to look so comfortable today in the first game?
Yeah, I thought, we wanted to do 3 things really well today. Serving really well, be aggressive with our serves. I thought we got that accomplished. We had our error ratio to aces is pretty good, and even the missed serves were some really good misses. So I thought that was really good. We wanted to control the ball on service eve. I thought overall it was really stable, even when Sky came in, and then we made some switches. Sometimes when she was sitting in the front row, Elizabeth stepped in, and so between those 4 passes, I thought it was really, really good. Our blocking wanted to get a lot of touches, slow them down a little bit. I thought that took us a little while, to get the timing right. To be honest. However, towards the end of the match, I thought it was getting better and it certainly improved. So those 3 areas we wanted to see how we do it. We wanted to perform consistently, and I thought it was pretty good today.
Coach, what off-the-court approaches do you think could help benefit this team moving forward?
What exactly do you mean?
I mean, in terms of gaining chemistry and just developing, not just as athletes, but as teammates.
Yeah. So obviously 10 new players, right? Out of 17, that's a big roster hole. But we've been really actively working on creating chemistry. We're doing a lot of things outside of the gym. But naturally, I think this is a group that likes to be around themselves, which is really nice. I think we have really good characters, which makes it nice to be around. And I think the team is coming together. It's already been growing a lot within the last weeks, and they spent prior to that spent time on campus. So I feel really good that we're doing a good job there. It's just a matter of time that's going to translate onto the court too. I thought we saw a good progression there in the match as well.
Coach, you just touched on all the chemistry that the team has built through preseason, and now you saw it in the first game tonight.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think the chemistry that you've seen be built throughout preseason manifested itself on the court?
Yeah, I mean, for example, we had an exhibition game against Buffalo on the road. That was a little bit of a tough situation for us because it was the first time we competed against somebody outside our team, right? And I thought we made some good mistakes there, which could go two ways. Either you learn from those mistakes and kind of build on that, or you kind of lose confidence. I thought this group did a really good job throughout the week from that match leading up to tonight's match, learning from those mistakes, acknowledging those mistakes, but then also building, and really actively working towards improvement. You can't do that if you don't have already chemistry, within the group, and if you don't have built a certain bond and trust within that group. So those are really good signs, for sure.
You have 2 more matches coming up this weekend in the Salt City Classic. What are you looking to build on tomorrow and on Sunday?
Yeah, so Ryder is going to be a good challenge for us. They've been together. They've been going through this process a little longer than we have as a program. So I think it's going to be a really challenging match for us in that sense. However, I think we're going to get better and better. That's the goal for us, and we want to do everything we can to accomplish that. But we understand who we are, and we want to be true to our DNA, and we want to be aggressive when we play Ryder tomorrow, for sure.
We'll take 1 or 2 more for Coach. Anyone has them?
Coach, so on Tuesday you were talking about how Zaria Harriswani was pretty much unrecognizable from her freshman year until now, and I think tonight was a real display of that with 10 kills. Can you talk more about her progression, and is this something we can expect to see in every single game this year?
Yeah, I think so, because she still has a high ceiling. She did some great things today, but she made also some mistakes, which is a good sign that she has a lot of growth in her, her transitioning from freshman year to now, it's incredible, the improvement she has made. But the good thing is she's nowhere close to be done, so we're looking forward to keep continuing working with her and helping her to improve. But it also goes back to her work ethic and her commitment and her coachability. So we're very happy in that area and looking forward to continuing this process with her.
Anything final for Coach? All right, thanks, Coach.